Welcome in, Commanders family, to Command Center Postgame Live, presented by United Airlines. Proud to fly the Washington Commanders. Your final score, 27-10. The Washington Commanders losing at home at FedEx Field. Happy New Year's Eve. Brian Cooper Jr. here with Brian Mitchell, Logan Paulson. Fellas, didn't go the way we wanted it to go. Initial thoughts on the loss today?
Well, you look at it, they had a lot of people not here today.
Yeah.
And when you're going to play against a team like the 49ers, you have to have your full gamut of players, and you can't make mistakes. Early on, it looked like we were going to make this game into a match. But as that game went on, you saw that they clearly had too much for us. And I say it all the time, can't help a team beat you.
Yeah.
And we did that today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this game kind of went about as we thought it was going to go. They were going to run the ball a ton. They were going to find ways to get explosive plays. Brock Purdy was going to kind of get back on track, not because the defense didn't play well. I thought the defense did a lot of good things today, but they're a more talented roster. They've got playmakers in all spots. Their defense played excellent, and obviously Sam's been struggling a little bit. So if Sam's going to struggle, he's going to have a hard time. He did today, right? 2 interceptions, and like B-Mitch said, you can't turn the football over when you're playing a team that's significantly better than you.
And Commanders family, thank you for joining us on Command Center Postgame Live. We are awaiting head coach Ron Rivera's presser. We will take that immediately, even if I have to interrupt these fine gentlemen right here. And fellas, the talk of the day was, how does Sam Howell bounce back from the benching, right? Didn't know he was going to be the starter today. Came in, found out he would be the starter. B-Mitch, how do you think Sam Howell fared?
Early on, it didn't seem like it fazed him, you know? And I think, listen, man, we as people outside of the game of football, we look at everything as, guys deal with stuff like this all the time. A quarterback goes out, throws an interception, he goes into the huddle, the next series, he has to forget about that and lead his team. So Sam understands in this game of football, especially pro football, you know, nothing is guaranteed.
Yes.
Only thing is guaranteed that you get an opportunity, and you better go succeed and capitalize on that opportunity when you get it. So ultimately, I think he handled himself well coming into this game. But as that game went on, you saw the pressure of the 49ers was just too much. And your guy can't go out there and get it done by himself.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think you saw, again, you know, I think people are going to probably overvalue those first couple throws to Terry. I think there's that widened box fade, which is an easy look, right? They give you man coverage. If you're a quarterback in the NFL, you got to be able to identify that and find your best matchup, which he did. Terry won. Great job. Touchdown, same thing, man coverage. Those are throws that we expect him to make and that he did make. But as B-Mitch said, like, this defense for the 49ers do an excellent job of matching concepts, anticipating concepts, understand what hurts them and how not to be hurt by those concepts. And I think you saw that on the 2 interceptions, right? He's trying to fit it in tight windows. They're blitzing. The DB does an excellent job of reading the route, making a play. And so, again, Sam did some good things, but I think we're starting to see kind of who he is as a player. Not to say that he can't get better, but I think this is kind of what our expectation for Sam should be for the rest of the season.
And I think when you look at it, it's like, what defense is doing, and Logan, you know this, they find out what you do, and they take it away.
Yes.
And it's up to the players, not just the coach can go and change up a scheme, but that player has to understand what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to have a counter to whatever you're doing. If they get that counter, then all of a sudden we'll see what type of player you are. Like, I've watched Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
You see people taking stuff away from him. Then Pat does something else. So it's always a chess match on the football field. And right now, that defense of the 49ers, they playing chess, other people playing checkers.
And Logan, you mentioned the connection between Sam to Terry. So let's take a look at that touchdown. That'll be our never ordinary play presented by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Now, this was a 3-yard touchdown connection to Terry McLaurin in the second quarter. Fellas, we always talk about get the ball to Terry when you're in doubt. How did you feel about Terry as a whole? We're going to talk a lot more about Terry a little later because he was really our star of this game. How do you feel Terry did today?
Well, I mean, when the opportunities he get, he did great. I just think that there's a thing about learning an offense and then understanding who are your big dogs. You watch certain teams around the league, and they're playing, but that guy who's the beast, they're making sure he gets more opportunities than the other guys. Terry makes big play after big play, but it is more in the concept of the offense. Sometimes, like you said, he recognized one-on-one, and then all of a sudden he had to go for it. You know, you got to go. If he got one-on-one, throw him the football.
Yeah, and I think on that concept, I think that's exactly what it did be. They had a 3-man concept to the right. They're releasing the back to the right. They've ensured that Terry has that isolation principle to the backside. He runs a hitch, and one of the things you love about Terry is you love the physicality that he plays with. You love how competitive he is. And when you're talking about the best receivers in football, those are things they have. They're physical at the catch point. They're competitive SOBs, and he is that fully, right? Yeah. And so it's love to see him get involved. Love to see him make a play for his quarterback. Obviously, there's the interception where it doesn't seem like they're quite on the same page, Sam and Terry, but love that touchdown, love the design, and I love that Sam gave him an opportunity. Yeah. I feel like there's been a couple times over the last couple of weeks where he's been in between. Oh, the window's not big enough, but in this case, Terry made him right, and you love to see that, given a playmaker giving confidence to a young football thrower.
And pregame, Logan, we had talked to Tana, and he had said, admittedly so, it's tough for receivers when you don't know what quarterback is going to be out there, especially such a quick switch. How do you feel that affects a receiver when you don't really know what quarterback you're going to have on Sunday?
I mean, it can be really challenging because you've built a certain rapport with that individual, especially Jacoby was supposed to start this week, but I do think it probably benefited them to a certain extent, knowing that Sam had played the whole season. They've built that chemistry with Sam, so making that adjustment back to Sam, I don't think was probably too challenging, and in some ways it seemed like that the alleviation of pressure by benching him kind of did better for him. You know what I'm saying? It kind of seemed like it let him loosen up a little bit and make some plays early in that game, which was great to see. But in terms of being on the same page with the receivers, love the throw to Terry. That was the explosive play. Love the throw to Curtis kind of on that corner route. Great job by him doing that. So you saw a little bit of that playmaker we saw early in the year. He just couldn't sustain it for the full game. But I think it was great that they had that existing relationship with him already.
And I think he has to get to that point where the pressure is off.
Yeah.
You can't go into a game trying to be perfect, worrying about everything that could go wrong. You have to be able to go out there and just let your hair hang down like you. When you were a little kid, you were able to play football on the side of your body. And that's what I would tell guys when I play. They always say, "Man, why are you always joking around?" I say, "This is a damn game."
Yeah.
I say, the business part happens in the off season. Me knowing what I need to do happens when I'm at home. When I get on the football field, I'm having fun.
Yes.
And I think guys got to get to that point where you get on the field and you play it just like you did when you were a kid.
Right.
To where it's not pressure. It's fun.
Yep. Sam Howell ending with 169 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Another guy we talked about in the pregame coming back, Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah.
We missed his presence a lot, man. His leadership, his energy, and his poise on the field. How do you feel Brian Robinson Jr. did? Got the ball to him early.
He ran hard.
Yeah.
And every time he ran, he was getting positive yards. I just wish it could have been.
We have head coach Ron Rivera. B. Mitch, I'll let you finish that after.
Gotcha.
I just heard something about TV. How close was Jacoby to playing, and how did you think Sam did stepping in?
Well, Jacoby was still tight, so we just had to be careful with it, and that's why we went with Sam. I thought Sam had some really good moments. It really, early on when things were balanced, it was one of those things that the situation gave him an opportunity, and he performed. He really did. I thought he made some good decisions, threw some really good balls. And it's just, obviously there are a couple throws I promise he would wish he had back, but, he did a lot of good things.
It seemed like you guys were especially efficient with the run game. Would you have liked to have gotten that started at the very start and kept it going throughout the game?
Well, I thought we did use it when we needed to, and it gave us opportunities.
Ron, it's been a long time since you've had a lost season like this where it's, playoffs have been eliminated pretty early on. How does it feel, and how do you kind of get this team ready for one more home game?
Well, because we got one more home game. It's a group of professionals. I think the guys understand that, and just expect them to show up and do their job.
What did you think of the defensive performance today?
I thought the guys were really gritty. I really did. I thought they gave themselves opportunities. This is one of the better running teams in the league, and trying to contain it and keep it inside, not let them stretch you. Because their backs have great vision, make good decisions on their cutbacks, and we were trying to keep it as compact as we could. We had some really good moments. We really did. They mixed some things up early on us. They broke a few tendencies, and they did a nice job, obviously, of doing that. And we had to try and make some adjustments to try and limit some of their runs.
Ron, if it's possible, because of all the uncertainty with the quarterback this week, where do you think Sam is after essentially a year in this league?
I think he's, taking the kind of step that you need, early on that just shows he's got the growth going forward. I believe he's a guy that can be very, very good in this league. It's still, there's some things he still has to grow on, obviously, and we can be better and help him as well.
It may be difficult in this era to kind of have patience with anybody, but especially at that position, is patience not something that can be thought of or used when it comes to quarterback?
It is, I think, unfair at times. People want everything now. And, if you're willing to go through the process and deal with the process, then patience is necessary.
Was Jacoby's tweak enough that he may not play next week as well?
Oh, we'll find out. I can't tell that part of it. I really can't.
Understood. If he's healthy enough, would he start kind of the same plan?
We'll see. We'll get together and we'll talk about it and see how things go.
And then one more on Sam. A few weeks ago, you had felt like maybe he was the answer. You talked about him as the long-term guy. Do you still feel like that about him?
I still think he has that opportunity to be that guy. I do. I mean, when you see some of the things that he did early on and, when things weren't as tough as they are right now, he's shown that he has some ability.
Good.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
I don't know.
That was your head coach, Ron Rivera. The final score here at FedEx Field, 27-10. When we get back, we'll be taking Sam Howell's presser, and we'll be talking more about this game. Stay with us, Commanders family.
Have fun, sis.
Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category and earn 3% cash back.
Go by quickly? Football goes by quickly. So cherish every rush pass and rush pass turn pick six with instant withdrawals on FanDuel if you win. Because holiday football won't last forever, and soon it'll just be March.
Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Oh, game's on. We need more chips. More dip, too.
More?
Yes, more. Oh, that reminds me. We can still score that $400 bonus from Northwest if we hurry. It's with your first ever checking account.
$400? That's the kind of more I like.
Then let's do it. But first, more chips.
To earn bonus, open first ever checking account and deposit at least $500 in ACH or direct deposits per month within the first 90 days. Offer ends November 30. Details at nwfcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Are you on your way?
Yep, coming.
And Mom and Dad?
Don't worry, they'll be there.
Happy anniversary!
Go beyond the expected with the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
One! Back!
The winter play was really coming together. Until disaster struck. Tensions were high. Luckily, replacement costumes were shipped with FedEx, which means Mr. Harvey could picture the perfect night. We're delivering more happy for the holidays.
Dad, we're gonna be late.
Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category and earn 3% cash back.
Welcome back, Commanders family, to Command Center Post-Game Live. Let's get right into the day's fast play of the game, presented by the Maryland Lottery Fast Play Games. Play fast, win fast today, but please play responsibly. And this fast play is no other than Terry McLaurin's bomb from Sam Howell for 42 yards that set up the touchdown. That was on third down, fellas, man. How great was it to see Sam Howell air that ball out, have some confidence, and get it to his best player?
Well, once you see one-on-one out there, and I wanted to see how he would respond, and he did exactly what Jacoby did when he walked in the game against, I think it was the Rams.
Yep.
He walks in, see Terry, throw the ball to Terry. And I think that's what you got to understand. Sometimes certain players can be your eraser. You know, they can make you look good, and they going to make your decisions right. Terry is that type of player, and I just think moving forward with Terry, find a way to get him more involved.
Yeah.
Don't just say go through the offense, get him more involved.
Yeah, and I think they did a great job on that play of getting him involved, right? They had him lined up in the slot there. That's the player in that concept, which is like that Patriot concept. You got like a 5-yard out, a box fade, and a sit on the outside. Get your playmaker, the guy that can beat man-to-man coverage, running that box fade for you, find that matchup. He's able to exploit it. First off, love the move, love the speed, love the power by Terry, but great job by Sam layering that throw in, and really with awesome touch, right? And it's something we haven't seen that element of Sam's game in a while. So great to see that EB kind of found a way to maximize Terry on that play. Obviously, you'd like to see it happen more often. Yeah. And also a great throw by Sam to capitalize on that matchup.
Yep, and when in doubt, always go to Terry. And real quick, while we're talking about Terry McLaurin, he is still up for Walter Payton Man of the Year. He's still a nominee, and you can still get those votes in, man. Terry McLaurin, a guy that deserves it, true leader on and off the field. How big would it be to see Terry get an accomplishment like that, an award like that, during such a tough season?
An award like that shows you that, football players, they play the game of football, but they're way more than that.
Yeah.
These guys go around and they don't have a lot of time to themselves, but they find time to go into communities and things like that. Terry is also a guy who doesn't go around looking for fanfare.
Yeah.
He's just trying to help the people he's helping. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be, but it would be great to see him win that. But I'm sure if he talks it, he enjoys that part of his life, but he want to make sure that they play better over there.
And you know what? Since we're talking about Terry, we might as well keep talking about Terry, and he's our toast of the town for the day. It is your toast of the town, presented by what, B-Mitch?
La Semaine du Rat.
Champagne and Branson Cognac. Man, what Mitch doing that with you, B-Mitch? The official champagne and cognac of the Washington Commanders. And like I said, our toast of the town is Terry McLaurin. He finishes the day with 4 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown, our first touchdown of the game. Now, we have Sam Howell coming to the podium. When we do have him at the podium, we will take him immediately. But until then, we have to go to a quick break. But don't go anywhere, Commanders family. We'll be right back with more post-game analysis.
You're going to like this story because it's about you. You who forgot to charge your phone last night. You who sprints to the boarding line so your bag will fit. You with him. Until one day you boarded a United plane that was designed for, well, you. And your phone got charged, your bag fit, so did everyone else's, but this story isn't about them. Your toddler didn't tantrum, and you got to fly happily ever after. The end.
Hey, it's me, food. I'm so much more than just what we eat. I'm hand-cut, fresh and frosted. Aw, I love you too. See, life is always something new. All messy, frantic, and amazing. And from where I sit, you look delicious. That's why every day is worth celebrating. If you can. Stay fresh. Sincerely, food. Sincerely, Safeway.
The final stone of the championship.
Sam, how would you assess your performance today?
Yeah, I mean, I thought just didn't make enough plays in the second half, and turn the ball over too much. But did some good things in the first half. We're kind of in the game, but just didn't make the plays we needed to in the second half.
Can you speak on you were able to connect with Terry McLaurin a little bit more? You got him on that deep route out of the slot. Was that something you were able to work on? You saw on film that the 49ers were susceptible to on that play, on that deep pass to Terry?
Yeah, I mean, coming into the game, the 49ers, they don't play a ton of man coverage, but, we kind of thought coming into this game they might play a little more man than they usually do, and we got man on that play, and I think Terry against anybody in man coverage is a good matchup, so we kind of had a check at the line of scrimmage, and he killed him at the line of scrimmage, ran a great route, great release off the line of scrimmage, and I just tried to throw a ball out there that he could make a play on.
Obviously, it was a little bit of a wacky week for you. How odd was it kind of going through from Monday until game day?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, interesting week. Wasn't expecting until about 2 hours before the game to have to play today. But every opportunity I get to come out here and play and play in the National Football League is a blessing and a great opportunity. And every single opportunity I get, I try to go out there and give it my all and make the most of it.
How much work did you get this week, and did you feel prepared when you got the call 2 hours ago or 2 hours before the game?
I didn't get much work in practice, but I've gotten to work all season long, and I feel prepared. Even when I wasn't getting the reps this week, I still felt like I was prepared to come out here and play.
Is there anything specific from this past game that you already know that you want to work on for next week for the final game to just kind of go out on a higher note?
Not at this moment. I think I just have to watch the film, but just keep trying to just complete the football and play put good plays together and stack them on top of each other and just try to help my team win games.
And how do you mentally stay in the same psyche, ready to play, even though you weren't projected to be the starter today?
Yeah, I'm always ready, no matter what the circumstances is. As long as I'm gonna have a chance to play, I'll be ready.
How involved was Jacoby kind of with you, kind of leading up to the game, and then obviously in game? Was it kind of as it's been the rest of the season? Was he a little more talkative since he had gotten a lot of the work this week?
Yeah, pretty much the same as been all year. He's been a great voice for me and a great teammate, but he's helped me a lot throughout the year.
All good.
Cool. Appreciate it, guys.
That was your head coach, Ron Rivera. Oh, I'm sorry. That was actually your quarterback, Sam Howell. Sorry about that. We were just talking about Ron. Oh, that was your quarterback,
nice.
Sam Howell.
Well done.
Well done, right? It's only our 17th postgame show. Whatever. So, fellas, of course, I got to ask you this question that everybody wants to know, right? We heard Sam. We heard him talk about that. Ron was asked, who's going to be that starter? He said he didn't give an answer. He said he still has to evaluate. Yeah. Remember, Jacoby was supposed to be the starter of this game. Fellas, time to speculate. Who do you think will be starter for our last Week 18 game?
Sam.
Yeah?
Why, B?
He started. He started today, and you saw Jacoby was hurt, so the guy went out there, and I think he fared well early. Okay, now at this point, what good is it going to do Jacoby to go play the last game?
If you're him, you don't want to, right?
Right,
it's
exactly.
Like right now you've got five drives, 5 touchdowns. You've poised yourself really nicely for the offseason, so maybe just, hey.
Put that on your
keep the hamstring nice and tight for
your
a couple
promotional stuff you send it to all the teams. Hey, look what I did.
Look what I can do.
I just think that the fact that they went to Sam today and early on how he was playing, let him finish it up.
Yeah. Especially, do you still feel like that, especially given what that Dallas defense can do with that pass rush? Like, do you want to put him out there like that?
I'm the person where I don't believe in this. We don't want to play against the better defenses. If he's going to be a guy who I want to trust, he got to play the better defense.
I understand that, but do you want to set him up for success, or is at this point it's just, hey man, one more game left, let's finish it up?
You go out with the best offensive line you think you have, put the game plan, let him go out there. I don't believe in professional football players being pacified and protected. If you're hurt, then don't go on the field. If you go out there and you want me to believe you're the guy, you got to go and beat the best.
And how poetic is that? Sam comes in last year, his first start against the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Now, last start of the season possibly against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, fellas, if Sam does play, if Sam does end up starting, how does he block out everything that's happened these past few weeks and get back to that guy we saw early in the season? Logan, I'll start with you.
That's why it's called the professional athlete.
Yeah.
These are the reasons you got to be professional. It's not like you're playing sandlot football with your boys and it doesn't really matter. Like these are the kind of business moments in the NFL where you got to make sure you're locked in, dialed in, trying to put the best version of yourself on the field, and that includes like blocking out all this noise, all this adversity you've faced, and trying to find some semblance of consistency in your game, which has been tough for him over the last 5 weeks of the season. So hopefully he gets that done. Again, he's seen them already. Maybe that gives him a little bit of a leg up, but it's going to be very, very challenging. That defense is playing excellent, and I think they'll be playing for something, especially after Philly's loss today.
I don't know how he does it. I just know he has to do it. Listen, in this day and age, so many guys, so many people are involved with talking about the game of football.
Yeah.
But if you don't play the game of football, you don't understand a lot of the aspects of it. You have to, in a way, be more of a robot. Sometimes you got to be a guy who doesn't act like he's human, because you are not asked to do simple things.
Yeah.
You're asked to do things while getting hit by men that are bigger than you. So he has to do it because people are judging him consistently to see how can he still do his job at a high level while leading these men.
Yeah.
And I think he has to show that. And sometimes some people are made for it, some people aren't. So I've always felt put the person in the toughest situation and see how he comes out the other side.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but it's tough. It sounds unfair, but it is football. That's the game of it.
And I don't know if it's the toughest situation, because you want the coaching staff to support him and put him in the best position to be successful.
Yeah.
But, like, right now, like B. Mitch was alluding to, there's a ton of other factors here outside of the football that are going to affect his performance. So can he find a leg? Can EB help him out? Can this team kind of rally for one last rodeo, so to speak, and hopefully everyone put their best foot forward, because they're all getting it's not just Sam. Everybody's getting evaluated, right?
Everybody's being judged.
Definitely looking for our guys to put their best foot forward. We do have Dallas, another home game, our last game of the season. We're going to go to break real quick, but when we come back, we will get our final thoughts from our guys and talk a little more about this matchup. See you guys soon.
Really? Safeway.
The final stone of the championship.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary.
Roger, this is looking good.
We believe every moment in sports should be epic.
Are you watching this?
Is that curling? No.
This morning's news, curling fever has taken over the world.
So whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Holiday scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery.
Must have left them in the car.
They're sure to make spirits bright.
Oh, game's on. We need more chips. More dip, too.
More?
Yes, more. Oh, that reminds me. We can still score that $400 bonus from Northwest if we hurry. It's with your first ever checking account.
$400? That's the kind of more I like.
Then let's do it. But first, more chips.
To earn bonus, open first ever checking account and deposit at least $500 in ACH or direct deposits per month within the first 90 days. Offer ends November 30. Details at nwfcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Hi, welcome to Toyotathon.
Thanks. Now that the holidays are over, I'm getting a Camry.
And we're getting a RAV4 hybrid.
And I'm getting a Tundra.
Oh, and you're getting a belly rub.
And I'm getting a truck.
Buy a Highlander with Toyotathon special 2.99% APR financing. Or pick a 24 RAV and get special $1,000 Toyota down payment cash.
Come in today, but you're already here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, grab me one too.
The final stone of the championship.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary.
Roger, this is looking good.
We believe every moment in sports should be epic.
Are you watching this?
Is that curling? No.
This morning's news, curling fever has taken over the world.
So whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Welcome to Toyotathon.
Hi, I want a new Toyota for a weekend getaway. You know, recharge from the holidays.
Perfect. We've got new vehicles arriving daily.
Excuse me. I have got a truckload of new Toyotas out front.
Truckload of new Toyotas?
Yes.
Wait,
Come on, man.
I want one.
Something I said?
Yes.
Buy a Tacoma with special 3.99% financing for up to 72 months. Or get a Tundra with a Toyotathon special $1,000 Toyota down payment cash.
Toyotathon ends January 2nd.
Toyota, let's go places.
Are you on your way?
Yep, coming.
And Mom and Dad?
Don't worry, they'll be there.
Happy anniversary.
Go beyond the expected with the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception? First down? Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best. Smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
One bag.
The winter play was really coming together. Until disaster struck. Tensions were high. Luckily, replacement costumes were shipped with FedEx, which means Mr. Harvey could picture the perfect night. We're delivering more happy for the holidays.
Welcome back, Commanders family, into Command Center Postgame Live, presented by United Airlines, proud to fly the Washington Commanders. Now it is time for our post-game delivery, presented by Paisanos. Since your Commander scored 1 touchdown today, make sure you visit your local Paisanos tomorrow, where you will receive 1 free topping all day long. The pizza is brought to us by Emmanuel Key. We have the Key family here, DMV and Pittsburgh royalty. Shout out to our producer, Kayla Key, whose family came all this way and bared this cold to make sure we got our Paisanos pizza. Now, fellas, we get 1 topping. What would your topping be? Our producer, Maddie Benton, said she wanted pineapples.
Just exclusively pineapple.
It's disgusting.
I feel like pineapple needs to be paired with something, Maddie.
Like
yeah.
But she only gets 1 topping, and that's what she chose.
So
what would you
choose?
choose?
I'd probably go pepperoni. I feel like you can't mess that up, right, B?
Nah, pepperoni is great.
I know. I know. If you need 1, like, go reliable, man.
Pepperoni.
I would go
How
pepperoni.
about you?
You know what? I'll switch it up. I would go mushrooms. I'm a mushroom kind of guy.
That's a weird thing. That's a weird thing.
Is it as weird as pineapple?
Just mushrooms?
It's not as weird as pineapple, but I feel like it needs something else
That's
with it.
kind of weird,
Right.
That's the point.
Well, we didn't get 2 touchdowns, Logan, so it's kind of weird. Well,
weird,
Beavis
bro.
said he'll just do cheese. That's his topic.
Well, that's JP Finley. I need meat. Pepperoni.
Yeah, you said pepperoni.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, now, fellas. Well, clearly we can't talk about pizza all day. We have to get up out of here. It is New Year's Eve, but let's get your final thoughts on this game before we host Dallas here at FedEx Field.
Well, I just think my final thoughts is you got to find a way to hold on to how you start a game. We've asked about playing a full game. I've asked about it all year, where they can start a game fast and then they fade at the end, or they start off very, very slow and then they have to fight so hard at the end. Find a way to be more above average throughout the whole game and let the chips fall where they may. Yeah. But you cannot spot an NFL team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you look at this, for me, defensively, I think there's a lot of young pieces, young guys like Quan Martin's playing good football. Some of those young defensive ends are playing better. And it's great that the defense has kind of found something. It's not perfect, but it's something that you can evaluate those guys, let those guys play confident, let them play fast. Cody Barton, Kalik Hudson, those guys are flashing every single week.
True.
So that's been fantastic offensively. Great to see Sam Cosmi. And then our guy, the running back, B-Rob, playing good football.
Yeah.
And pieces like that you can actually evaluate when you're playing semi-good football, which is all we can ask for in these last couple of games of the year.
I'm just hoping a lot of people get the mindset of B-Rob.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy right there, the way he plays, the tenacity he plays with, is what we need throughout most of this football team. People don't understand there's a certain level, a certain energy you have to play with. You can be nice once you leave the field. Reggie White would pray for you on the field after he knocked you on your ass. Okay? So you got to find a way to play with that level of tenacity, and Brian has it, and a lot of guys can learn from that.
A true dog in Brian Robinson Jr. Great to see him get back and really have a good game so far, coming back. Now, before we go, Logan, I asked the fellas what their New Year's resolution was. They gave me an answer. Now I need an answer from you. What is your New Year's resolution?
Become a better B. Mitch.
Oh,
G.
that's
Mitch.
as good as
Be a better G. Mitch.
Better G. Mitch. Grandpa.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really do New Year's resolutions. Surprise, surprise. I'm not like a super fun guy. What was your New Year's resolution?
Mine was to be a better BC.
Oh, stop. I guess because we're like,
we all copy B. Mitch.
I'm just going to be a better dad, maybe, better husband. One of those things. How about that?
There you go, man. You already a great dad and a great husband.
Yeah, I can work on that.
Those are things that we can check off our box.
I'm gonna go out here and run 500 miles. No, you're not. You're gonna run the first 3 days and you're gonna cheat. Quit.
Well, Commanders family, this is our 17th post-game show we've had with you all. We have one more left when we take on the Dallas Cowboys here at FedEx Field. It has been a fun season so far, but we still have more football to play. Shout out to the Key family over here pulling up on us, making sure we got our pizza. We are headed out. Commanders family, Happy New Year's. But check us out on Commanders YouTube page. We will be there. Command Center, baby. Yep. Every Thursday, we got podcasts coming, so there's plenty of content to get you to next Sunday when we play the Dallas Cowboys. For Brian Cooper Jr., Brian Mitchell, Logan Paulson, we will see y'all next year, Commanders family. Peace out.
It is next year.
It is. Couple hours away.